If you have a business, you are helping people. If you're helping people, you are relieving a pain. So everyone does pain point marketing. They just might call it something different. Hello, I'm Olivia D'Souza. I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I'm a content and podcast expert. I support visionary entrepreneurs and leaders passionate about living with purpose. Join me as we explore podcasting, life, business, and authenticity. Subscribe for meaningful conversations with a business buddy who gets what it's like. Welcome to Magnetic Pod. I'm stepping in the next level me. I'm here to be everything I can be. Hello and welcome back to Magnetic Pod. Today I wanted to talk mindset versus strategy. There was a time where I was pushing back a bit on the woo-woo, should I call it, coaches out there who were kind of anti-marketing and anti-strategy. In a way, it was all about journaling and leveling up and being an energetic match and all of that sort of thing. And I've landed somewhere in the middle because I went to a place where I was kind of craving some. I guess it started to feel like a bit of BS, to be honest, and I wanted some actual strategy, some real world or 3D world or whatever you want to call it, strategy. And I've learned heaps about marketing and strategy, and I've landed somewhere in the middle because I do think strategy matters and it's important. But if you haven't got the belief or energy or whatever you want to call it behind you, then no strategy is going to work. So some things I guess I push back against are, in terms of anti-strategy, is, well, sometimes I think people think they don't agree with each other, and there's these camps where one side says the other is about a bunch of woo-woo nonsense, or some people on one side might say the others are, it's icky. Certain pain point marketing is icky and things like that. But I think sometimes we sound or feel or appear, because of the words that we use, to be disagreeing with each other, but there's a lot more middle ground than we really realize. We're actually coming to a similar place, just from different perspectives. So, for example, I've heard of people being against pain point marketing and they think it's icky and manipulative. But for me, it's simply recognizing that someone has a problem or a pain. And I guess the sound of those words sound negative, don't they? But most people I know who are running a business are ethical people. So it's not about manipulation for anyone that I actually deal with in my world. It's just simply like, a pain might be, oh crap, it's book week and I have to organize a costume and I hate it and it's a pain in the bum. And if you provide costumes, you just let people know, hey, is this you? Do you hate when you suddenly realize everyone's organized a fancy book week costume or whatever? I can deliver these to you. Any orders over blah, blah, blah is free, and same day delivery, next day delivery, whatever. You're fixing a pain. That is all it is. It's not some sort of terrible manipulation. It's just solving a problem. It's being helpful. So if you have a business, you are helping people. If you're helping people, you are relieving a pain. So everyone does pain point marketing. They just might call it something different. So, but where I'm going with this, that might be a slight tangent, but I really think that, it does come, the mindset behind whatever strategy you choose does matter. And I'll use the analogy of weight loss. It's like just one that I can relate to and that I understand. But on one hand, I feel a little bit hesitant, I guess, because it's such a charged topic. Weight loss, I'd rather refer to basically getting to your optimal physical health and well-being, because health can come in different shapes and sizes, so it's not about that. But I also don't want to deny that some people just want to lose weight, and why, we should be able to just say that as well. So as long as you're doing it out of self-love and a healthy mindset. But I remember carrying a bit more weight than was comfortable for me at the time back when I was a teenager, and I had tried several times to lose weight and not succeed. And I remember that when I was successful, it was a moment. I remember a specific moment. So, and it was nothing special about that moment. It was just, I think I was just standing in the kitchen and just had a thought, and I just knew. And so obviously I did not lose weight. I did not achieve the goal in a moment. So the strategy had to come afterward. But the mindset, it was just something shifted where I went, this is it. I'm doing it now. And I guess, changed identity to a person who is healthy. And I didn't change anything. I live in a family, in a society where you were offered food. So if we had pizza, instead of having 4 slices, I had 2, I think. And it was, if I had a plate of food, I just filled it more with the stuff that is like salad and vegetables, and less of the things that are more calorie dense, nutrient low. But it was a moment. It just happened in a moment where it shifted, and I just knew, I had a different outlook, and then the strategy followed because I was in the right headspace and because I had a belief and a knowing. So that's where I'm going with this. Like, another example is I read the book by Suzanne Kohlberg. I've mentioned a few times. And so go check out her podcast too, The Nope Coach. And I read her book, which was I can't think of it. The Beginning is Shit. That's what it's called. And yeah, and she was put on a diet at the age of 4. And from there on, all through her life, she went up and down on this journey of being bullied, of trying to lose weight, of hating her body and beating up on herself, and dieting, and then falling off the wagon and putting back on with interest, and creeping up and hitting 100 kilos and going, oh my God, and then hitting 120, and then going, oh my God, and then reaching 150. And then something shifted and she didn't diet anymore. And it started with mindset. So I'm not anti-strategy, but I do believe that the strategy can only work once you've got your head right. And some people who come from the woo-woo background will connect to, will be more spiritual in that, but people who aren't will just call it mindset. But it's all the same. It's all when you believe it and you have the right belief about the success, and even failure being part of the success, but just knowing that you're on the right track, and the belief about who you are and that you can and that you will, then you will keep trying and you will keep moving forward, and you will get there, and you will get behind whatever strategy you choose. You'll get behind it with a different energy. And that energy is something that people can feel. So yeah, that's where I've come with mindset versus energy, that it's both, but it starts with the mindset to make the strategy work. I'd love to know what you think. So let me know. Comment what you think. You can reach out via email or Instagram or wherever you see a little video snippet of the podcast, because I do repurpose these. And I'll see you in the next podcast. See you. Bye.
I'm stepping in the next level me. I'm here to be everything I can be. Like a snake, I'm shedding my skin to be my wild next level me. I'm stepping in the next level me. I'm here to be everything I can be. Give you whiplash when you turn around and see me go again. Next level me. It's time to be.
Hello, It's Livy here. Have you ever wondered about what the key elements are that make a podcast truly stand out? Or maybe you're thinking about starting your own special podcast and feel a bit overwhelmed and don't know where to start. Well, I have something for you. Introducing the ultimate podcast checklist. Da, 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 da. It's a step-by-step guide that covers everything from the initial brainstorming to advanced growth strategies. It's the perfect companion for both new and seasoned podcasters. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Da, 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 da. To grab your copy, simply head to the show notes of this episode and you will find a direct link there, and then away you go. Remember, every podcast started with that initial spark and the right resource, so let the ultimate podcasting checklist be yours.